Hi, how are you? Welcome to Well Done Life. I'm Daphne Smith, and I'm excited to spend the next few minutes with you. So thank you for taking time out of your day, or if you needed, a little excuse to get away from the craziness, you're welcome. Either way, glad we could spend the next few minutes together. I have something to share with you that really, it had a huge impact on my life. Hello, my girlfriend Lisa, who just joined in. And I trust that this will make an impact for you. And if not for you, you can pass this along to someone else. So before I dive in, like always, I want to give a shout out. And my shout out today is not person specific. And by that, I mean, I'm not going to name names, okay? I hope that the people I'm talking about know who they are. I want to give a shout out to the creatives in my life. Those people who, put a piece of themselves out there into the world for inspiration and for encouragement for the world in general. And also specifically for those who do things for me that I cannot do. I have definitely come to learn my limits, and I rely on an entire team of creative people, from social media to virtual assistants to content creation for my website. And I just want to give them a shout out. And I'm going to encourage you to do the same. If there is somebody, hey, George, oh my gosh, it's great to see you. And actually, I think you go by Bruce, but it's been a long time. Glad you're here. If you have somebody in your life who is creative and they've blessed you in some way, give them a shout out. Tell them thank you, because I can tell you that creatives put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do and everything that they share. And so when we are blessed by them, we are getting just a little piece of them. So be sure and give a big shout out to the creatives in your life. And that's what I'm doing, is I'm saying that's my shout out this week, is to my creatives. So now let's talk about the topic. And the topic is, I don't know. I know what the topic is, and that is the topic, okay? The topic is I don't know. And it's about the power of that phrase. I don't know. I looked up the term decision fatigue, okay? Give you a little backstory here. And when I did, I went on Google, and there were 51 million, with an M, 51 million results for the term decision fatigue. Now, there were a list of other maybe subcategories, if you will, of decision fatigue, but just that term alone, decision fatigue, 51 million results. I'd say that validates it as a real thing. And that's because we are constantly under pressure to make a decision. Swipe left, swipe right. Easier said than done, right? Or easier done than said. What are we going to have for dinner? What about this decision? What about that decision? Should I like that post? Should I not like that post? It's just constantly around us. Do I check email? Do I check Facebook? We are overstimulated with the opportunity to make decisions. And because of that, this is a real thing called decision fatigue. And I can remember the exact restaurant, the exact person, my exact position in the booth when somebody, now this is a trained counselor, okay? So they had initials after their name, and they knew what they were talking about. This wasn't somebody giving me a free pass. She said, Daphne, it is perfectly acceptable to say, I don't know. Y'all, boom, drop the mic. My world was rocked. Seriously. Up until then, you might be like I was. I always felt like I had to know the answer. I was the go-to for people. as a wife, as a mom, as a firstborn, as a leader. People rely on you, and, every now and then it's nice to be able to give your opinion and have somebody depend on you. However, it can become easily overwhelming, and sometimes, at least for me, it led to regrets in the past, because when somebody asked me a question, I felt like I had to give them an answer, and I had to give them an answer right then and there. And then later on, it was like, oh, I wish I had waited. So I want to talk to you about that power of, I don't know. And in fact, if you have ever made a rash decision, you just gave somebody an answer, type regret into the comments so I know that you can relate to what I'm talking about. Maybe you were busy balancing the checkbook, and a kid comes in and asks permission to do something, and you just kind of halfway tune in and out and give them an answer, and then later on you're like, what did I just agree to? Or maybe at work, you're trying to put together an email, and a coworker pops their head in and asks something, and you're like, yeah, that's fine. You head down, waving them off, and then later on you're like, wait, what did I just agree to? So if you've ever done that and you've had regret, type regret into the comments, and I'll know that you can relate. Yes, thank you, sir. I figured I wasn't just talking to myself, but sometimes I do, and that's okay, because I need to hear it. I need the reminder as well. So what happens when we say, I don't know, we actually do a couple of really cool things. First of all, we buy ourselves some time. Because, seriously, outside of where's the fire extinguisher, and or would you like to receive this organ transplant, most decisions can be made after a 30-second pause. Seriously, right? Take a breath. And if the person's really pressing and you reply, I don't know, that in and of itself is a complete sentence. However, you might want to get back to them with this. I don't know. When can I get back with you? And here's the power that happens when you say those words. You've just given them ownership, and you've given them permission to perhaps figure it out on their own and or seek someone else's advice, okay? Now, saying I don't know has some maybe side effects, if you will, and that is releasing control. When I say I don't know, I'm being vulnerable. I'm not doing it in a manipulative way. I'm not trying to put off a decision that needs to be made. What I'm doing is I'm prioritizing my present task. I'm prioritizing my future time. And honestly, I'm serving that person in a better, more effective way. When we make those rash decisions and just give replies and act on a whim, is it always our best thinking? Are we always serving with a pure intent? At least for me, in the past, gotten way better. I've learned to say, I don't know. And I've become very comfortable with that. Now, the person you're saying it to, especially if they're used to getting an answer from you, Johnny on the spot, that's going to freak them out a little bit. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay. When we help people grow, we're doing a good thing. And so by making people wait, we can actually be helping them. We do not have all the power and all the answers. I dare say you are not Google, okay? And even they miss a thing now and again, right? So what I want to do today is I want to give you permission if needed, but I especially want you to understand the power of, I don't know. When can I get back with you? And that is going to allow you actually to serve other people at a higher level. It's also going to have a couple of side benefits. You're going to lower your stress because you're going to eliminate some decision fatigue, that pressure of acting right now, that fear of missing out, FOMO. That's a whole video for a whole nother time. And it's also going to lessen regret. And hey, isn't that leading to a well-done life? Doesn't that give us more peace when we have less stress and less regret? So I'm going to challenge you to embrace the phrase, I don't know. Are you up for it? If you are, type up for it in the comments, because I want to know if you're willing to go there. And I tell you, if you are, you'll be glad you did. I want to thank you for taking some time out of your day and joining me. Next week, super excited, it is Featured Female Week. And I actually am going to be featuring one of my creatives. Yeah, somebody who's part of my creative team. They've been in the background for a really long time. And she has agreed to come on camera, if you will. I'm actually going to we're going to be person to person. And yes, 2 people are up for it. I'm stoked. And if you want to private message me and let me know when you did it, just know that I'm going to be saying a little prayer for you, that you are strong in your conviction and confident in those words. I don't know. And if you need to or you want to, when can I get back with you? And then here's the deal. For those of you who are still on and you're paying attention and you're up for it, if you ask, when can I get back with you? And they give you the deadline, write it down on your calendar and get back with them. And hey, it may be 30 minutes, so maybe just set a timer. You might have them say, oh, I'll get back with you, and then whoop, whoop, sweet, it's off your plate, okay? But I'm so excited for you to take up that challenge and go for it and be up for it. So again, thank you for joining me today. Next week is Featured Female. It's one of my creatives. We're going to do it face-to-face, like literally she'll be right by me, go into her office. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. I just want to, Lisa, yep, and you know what? When I come see them in August, they can talk to me about it face-to-face, okay? It's okay. It's all good. We're raising human beings. Tell them we're empowering them. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll figure it out. Anyway, next week, I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you for spending some time with me. Remember the power of, I don't know. And until I see you next time, remember, you can live a well-done life daily. And that I do know. Bye for now.